Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Stroud. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Play action. Now Richardson. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 43. So problems with Eric passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
To about the 35, 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Another carry for Pierce, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Texans at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. At their own 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 9. Now it's Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
They keep the receiver in the short field, but they let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Richardson looking to throw this. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Richardson off the play fake. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 45-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's back. Touchdown, Houston. Andrew Beck, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week they're coming up next. And now the rookie's free. Look at the big man rumble. And he gets this one down to the 24. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air. I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back to the air with Richardson. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it as we resume action. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. First and 10, it's Pierce. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. A bullet throw, but incomplete. That close on third down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. So much for just falling forward for a yard on 4th and 1. They got a big chunk play.
They certainly did, didn't they? And you would think as a defensive front, you just stack the line of scrimmage and create no space, right? But how about his vision? Finding where there was a hole, finding where there was a gap, and making sure he hurdled his way through it.
First and 10, it's Stroud. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Stroud on third down now. That is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Richardson working from the gun. Open man, right side, it's Lane. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And Richardson looks to throw once more. And that is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Richardson looking to throw. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, 28 yards. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Richardson will throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points.
Texans 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. caught by Dell. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Stroud. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And Stroud now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Collins. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Off play action. Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Christian Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half.
Look, they intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have the control in this ball game and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Play action. Now Richardson. That complete to Downs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Richardson looking to throw this. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. Now it's Richardson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Richardson to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 3rd and long for Richardson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down to the 20-yard line. Pierce gets this one running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
To Pierce, they set up the screen. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup at 4 and 6.
The play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation. Instead, they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Stroud to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Yeah, he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll be out right at the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Pierce now up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Back now in Houston. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Stroud. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
A gain of 16 brings up 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll throw over the middle, taken in. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This pass left side to Downs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll be hit and taken down at the 20 line. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Richardson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Quick throw completed by Richardson. Touchdown, Colts. CeeDee Lamb. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts will add to their 4th quarter lead. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 16-yard line.
Now Stroud. Pass complete to Dell. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Richardson off the play fake. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, he's been waiting for his life all game long. They sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They go play action with Richardson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to the air with Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Colts first down.
On 1st down, Richardson. That's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And this this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Richardson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase. He's got him in, complete. Still going. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Hands it off out of the gun. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Richardson on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason.